For more than a year, WFAA has investigated deadly trucking crashes and the safety failures families say help cause them.
Now a case before the U.S. Supreme Court could determine whether freight brokers, the companies that arrange shipments, can be sued for the trucking companies that they choose to hire.
Angela Sims Fueling lost her husband in a crash involving a semi-truck. She says the trucking company involved never should have been on the road.
The company that they selected had so many red flags that I don't think they should have even been on the road. But, you know, that's my opinion. But I lost my husband because of it.
Okay, senior investigative reporter Tanya Eisler joining us this morning on Daybreak. Tanya, thank you so much for being here. This is a big moment. Obviously, the Supreme Court is going to be looking at this, and this case really centers on accountability. What are families arguing that brokers should be responsible for when they hire trucking companies?
Well, what the families are saying is, look, these brokers, these middlemen, they pick and they choose these companies, and they're saying, look, these companies have a responsibility to take a closer look at who they're hiring. Who are these companies? How long have they been in business? What are their safety records? And so that is the basic argument.
But Tanya, the brokers are arguing that they're not the trucking company themselves, okay? So they say that they have an obligation to simply connect shippers with federally authorized carriers. So what they're warning about, or what they're warning could happen if the Supreme Court decides to allow these lawsuits to go ahead and move forward, is there could be some other effects to this.
They're viewing it more from, hey, look, these companies are federally licensed. If the company is licensed by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, we should be able to hire them. They say also we do look at these companies, we do look at their safety histories, but they're saying they don't have that additional responsibility. They say if the Supreme Court rules against them, then it will increase prices and ultimately cost the consumer.
One more question before you go, Tanya. When could we expect the Supreme Court to take this up?
Sometime no, they've already done oral arguments.
Okay.
They did oral arguments back in March. We're expecting a ruling probably sometime in June.
Okay.
Which is the normal time, right? When they batch out and give all of their decisions. Tanya, thanks so much for this. A story you've been following extensively, and you can watch her entire hour-long special, Blind Spots, tracking a troubling pattern behind some of the deadliest big rig crashes. You can stream it right now on WFAA+.